What's up, guys? Daemonxel back again with another solo leveling video. That's right, SLA. Now, I've had a few people talk to me on Discord, reach out to me, also in the comments below, asking how can they raise their overall CP? How can they make Sun Jin Woo and the Hunters stronger, faster, that sort of thing. And I figured I'd put together a small guide explaining about CP and basically how to get the most bang for your buck, how to raise your CP the highest. So let's talk about it. Alright, so we're talking about CP. Generally, we're talking about Sun Jin Woo. We're not talking about your battle tiers, obviously, because, well, your CP can override your battle tier, right? That's your overall combined CP, your highest units, but the battle tier can be manipulated, right? If you want to show a higher battle tier, you can just swap the best gear that you have onto that character to raise their overall score, and it's going to save those highest characters, no matter if we take their gear off or not, whether their CP rises or fluctuates. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about how to bring up your gear, how to bring up your CP on Sun Jin Woo, as well as maximizing what you have. So let's go over to Sun Jin Woo himself currently. Now, as you can see right now, I have a CP, a total power right now of 175, 737. That's the best I have at him, because right now he's got the best weapons I have. Obviously, I could put a different SSR weapon on him, but these are the only two weapons I have at 100, and also at A5, and, well, obviously the West Wind's at A10. I don't really have anything else. Obviously, I could raise this one up, but the West Wind's much better, let's face it. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any other SSR. If I brought this one up, his score would go up higher as well. But that's part one. So let's talk about stripping away everything. What gives us our CP? So let's break him down essentially to bare bones. So I'm going to go to a blank profile here. It's getting rid of my skills. It's getting rid of my blessing stones. Getting rid of my weapons. And as you saw, we just lost about 60k, right? 60k in power. Now, if we spend the gold here to reset this, which is 57k, you're going to see me drop again about another, I would say, I forget how much actually is involved, but the different aspects right here, right? That all contributes to your overall CP. So I right now have everything dumped in strength. Right now it's the best way to go. Unless we're talking about the guild raid boss, which I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video on that. So it's going to help out free-to-play players as well as dolphins. Anyone who's looking to save gold and maximize their DPS on that guild fight, that's what that video is going to cover. So in that video, we're talking about resetting our skills, taking everything out of strength, and putting everything into intelligence to bring our cooldown much, much lower so that we can pop off our skills a lot faster. But that doing so, his main power, right? Sun Jin Woo's main score power is coming from attack. That's his best skill, right? His best stat for Sun Jin Woo is attack. He's basically a DPS. So you want high attack, high crit rate, high crit damage, but his attack is what fuels the most for him to get the most bang for your buck. So when switching to full intelligence, I actually lose, I think it's about 5,000 power just from making that switch, because no longer am I fueling him up through attack. Now, they just did a change with blessing stones, but let's strip him down to bare bones. Let's take everything off of him, right? We're just gonna, let's see, alright, so 60k gold. And as you can see here, now I'm at 25, right? Oh, come back here. Come back, Sun Jin Woo. We are now at max level, but with nothing added on him. Nothing whatsoever except what we have in strength. My max power is 25,000, which is nothing. It is absolutely nothing, right? So, if you put skills in, skills do not add power, right? We can put any skill in here. Let's put, I love this one. It's one of my favorite ones. It gives us the additional crit up. So we're going to put that in there. As you can see, it does nothing. Same thing with skill 2. We put 2 skills in. We're going to do, like, vacuum wave. So we're going to put vacuum wave in, and we're going to pick our ultimate. which obviously is this one. Now, yes, I still have to level up my skills, but we're going to talk about that when we're talking about how to maximize our CP. Now, the changes they made to Blessing Stones. Now, the Blessing Stones, now each one is going to add additional CP. So if we add, say, a rare in, right? A rare, all rares, doesn't matter which rare you pick, no matter which skills we're putting on. So I'm just going to, the skills I'm putting on is not going to make any sense. But I'm just putting them on just to show you. So as we put this one on, it gives us 118 additional power. Now, if we move up to a heroic, right? The heroic stones, or blessing stones, will give you 352. Now, if we move up to a legendary, I only have one legendary. A legendary blessing stone will give you 705. So it's a big, big jump. So obviously, the more legendary blessings you have, the higher your powers are going to be, right? So let's just switch these all to some good ones that I actually use all the time. Let's see, Boss Slayer. We're going to use Double-Edged Sword. So this is basically what I use for non-breaking, especially because I use the curse set. Now, we're not really going to get into min-maxing, but we're going to talk about it a little bit because it does affect CP, but in a different way. So now that we got our blessings in, now we went from 25 to 27k. We can put our weapons in, right? Let's put our West Wind on. That's going to give us 8,000. So a 100, right, SR weapon with, it's an A10. So that's going to give us the most bang for our buck there. Now, this is also attacks. Now, he is driven by all stats, but attack being the best one. So this is only 1,700 attack, right? But if we switch this, with say the Plum Sword, which has 2,500 attack, you're going to see him go up even higher. See? It's going to add another 4,500. So that on top of that 8. So now if we put our West Wind in there, right? Or let's put our Moondaggers in, right? We have A1 Moondaggers. As you see, it gives us 9,000. If we put in a A2 at level 80, that's going to give us an additional 848. So the A part is not really helping us out that much. Yes, it is giving us, because obviously the more you ascend these stars, the more you're going to be giving out. But this one's got 1964 power, whereas this one had 1964 power. Let's see. But it had an additional precision, right? We have 500 additional precision. These are both at the same amount here, but that extra precision is what's pushed us up. Now, switching to an A10 West Wind, as you can see, our attack is lower, right? Our HP is lower, and our precision is lower. So, this should drive it down. Let's just see. And as you see, but we only lost 16 because we are maxed out at the level, and we were maxed out at the ascension rate, which is A10. So, 5 stars plus the 5. So, even with our best weapons, right? Best weapons, best blessing stones, that added what? An additional 25,000, right, to our power. So, what is that telling you right there? All of your power, all of your CP is going to come from your artifacts. So your artifacts are your main driver for your overall stats. So let's see here. Obviously, the higher the level, and the higher the quality, and the higher the elevation right here, like, cause we upgraded this, we enhanced this to 20. That's going to do us a lot more than another one. And we have to look at the stats, right? So this one right here is the one I'm using right now. It's not the best in the world, but it's best what I have for Sun Jin Woo. So we have attack percentage up 21%. We have a damage increase. We have a hit rate increase. And we have an HP, which I really wish these two would have gone to damage or crit, to tell you the truth. But that's the best one that we have for him. Now, just putting this piece on, right? It's got an equipment score of 108. It gives us an additional 12,000 CP, right? Now, if we switch this out to, say, a lower level one, right? See if I got a plus 20. Yeah. This one has crit rate, defense. Not the really best substats, but it also has the attack percentage as well. But as you can see, it's a lower variation. It's a lower quality. So we're not going to get the best out of it. So we put this one on. It's going to cost us 8,000. As you see, we lost 2,300. So let's put this one back on again. And this is the highest level one we can get right now. Let's put all our pieces on him, right? As you can see, it's just driving our power higher and higher. Now I don't have a, which is this one. Actually, this one's not bad. This one's better though. Oh no. Which one was better? I had one that was better. Let's do it for an experiment. Okay, so we'll put this one on and we'll raise this one up. So we're putting this one on, and as you can see, we're at 79.75. So it gave us 3,300 additional. Now, as we enhance this, right? We enhance 5. It's going to drive us up further and further up. HP. God. That's a gut punch. Okay, let's do another 5. There's a crit rate. Now, the reason I don't really want to use this one that much is because it's just crit rate and additional attack. I got no other substats that are going to be helping me out. Defense is not really going to be indicative to the playstyle I have him as. So, let's change this one out to this one, which, let's see, damage increase, defense penetration. Defense penetration is an underrated stat. It is a huge, huge stat that can help you in a lot of fights because it gets past that armor. Let's see here. Do we have anything better currently? Crit rate, damage increase. So there's 2 right here. We can, you know what? Let's do this. Let's enhance this by 5 just to see what that next step is going to be. If it's an attack percent, we're going to go further with this. It's damage reduction. So yes, so this one's a burner. So I don't care for this one. And that's what I do, and that's why I recommend you guys doing that. If it has some of the stats that you want, just put 5 into it. I know it's hard with the resource management and everything, but it's a way of telling whether it's going to be good enough to salvage or burn or do whatever you want, right? So let's just put this one back on here. It's a high, even though it doesn't have the same stats that we want, it's at a higher enhancement rate. It's a lower level, but as you saw, we got additional power from it. All right, let's put our boots on. And see, another 21,000 from those boots. Let's put our necklace on, which is somewhere around here. Yeah, this one. Now we're at 120. Let's put our ring on. Gives us another 14k. And as you can see, we're just building on top of what we had, right? Yes, this is not the best one. I have to get a better one, but I don't really have one that's got this attack percentage, but it doesn't really have what I want. It has damage increase. I'm looking for something with either attack, damage increase, defense penetration, or crit damage. What I really want is the crit damage, right? This one's got the crit damage, plus it's got the attack. It's not the best, but it's currently what I'm using right now. So that's why it's a grind to try and get the best artifacts you possibly can. So we're going to use this one here. And now we are back up to 175. So artifacts is the main driver of your stats. Now, that being said, it is a little bit different with hunters. Yes, the same thing. You want to use the gear for the half. So let's use Murray, right? Currently we are using, and yes, she's not even, because this is a crap piece right here. Right, we're waiting for a better piece. I could put more into that. Same with this one. It's not really the best, curse, but we're going to change this out a little bit. What we're going to do is, I don't even think I have a full level 75 expert set. So let's see what we got here. Now, yes, it's not going to help us. It's not going to be the same amount because these are level 75, not level 78. But, hear me out now. The bonus that you're going to get out, it's going to, in the long run, it's going to help you out more so than CP, right? We want CP so we can get past that red mark for certain fights. But right here, we have an 8-piece curse set. That is not optimal currently right now because of the changes that they made to these 8 pieces. So the current for DPS, for heavy DPS, that goes for Alicia, that goes for Murray, that goes for Cha. I mean, obviously you could do different things with them as well. You could do a 4-piece expert and 4-piece, solid foundation with Alicia. That'll work out a lot better. You can do a 4-piece curse 4-piece expert with both Murray and Cha. With Cha, you could also do a 4-piece toughness set as well, or a 4-piece, was it the lion one, right? The black lion set, that as well. But if we put on the expert set, let's just put them on here. Obviously, I don't have the best. I'm still farming, so as you can see, I do not have the best sets right now. This one's actually not bad, to tell you the truth. Let's put 5 onto this and see what we got. It's not bad. It's not bad. So we can pump this up, right? I'd rather have the legendary than the purple, but we are just replacing a purple with it. Now this one has 2 attacks and crit damage, right? So it's in essence it's going to be over here, unless we can get all crit damage on here and attack. You know, let's see. Do I have good rings? I do not have good rings for this as well. So, but if we put a 4-piece expert set on, right, that means the activation rate is going to go up from 25% to 50% chance. And what that's going to do is our attack increase is going to go from, it's going to be 1.6%, stacking to 100 times, right? So as long as we are critting, we are raising our attack, which is then going to raise the power of this unit, because this unit's main derivative is attack and crit hit damage. Yes, MP as well, but more so these. This is what's driving your damage. So that's why the meta right now is 4-piece curse, 4-piece expert. And it's all depending on what you can farm and what you can get, what's going to help you out the most. And doing that is going to drive up your CP. The better artifacts you get, with the best substats you get, is what's going to drive your CP up higher. So again, with her, we want, right now she's not even optimized, right? Which is, well, let's go, hold on, let's go all right. So we want to hit that 50% crit rate, which we've hit. I'd like to get a little bit higher, but you know, we want a little bit higher precision. We need a high attack. We want like 20k. We get 20k attack, she's gonna blitz through things. We want to keep around 200% crit hit damage. So yeah, 181 is good. Defense penetration, I'd like to get up to like 10. A damage increase 11, that's good right there. So we are actually doing really good with Murray for what I have on her. Now currently right now we have her at an A5. Now the higher you get these characters at star level, the more damage they're going to do, the more CP they're going to have. Their total power is going to raise, especially when you can get them up to A10. I know, it's a feat. I'm not a whale. As you can see, I don't have that on any SSR unit right now. Right, my SR units are good. They're going to 4, but we don't really use a lot of them. We're using them currently right now in the guild boss fight. But other than that, they're not really using a lot of other modes. So this is what we want to do for our characters. As you can see, like she's at 141, and this is due to her weapon now being at level 80, and it's an A6 versus Murray's, which was an A4, versus Alicia's, which is an A5, right? All this affects, all these little nuances affects. Now, when we talk about, when we go, these are our skills will also bring up our characters as well. Let's go to Gogan here, because I got to raise up some of his stuff anyway. All right, so we're in our skills, right? Obviously, I don't have, I got to get more. 1 second. Sorry, still fighting with the cough. I want to get that off screen. But by raising these skills as well, mostly the skills that are driving the power of the character, that's also going to raise the power. Not much. Not much. Every level you raise, you're getting about, I think it's 112 additional, right? So right here, yes, this shows it's going up that much, but in essence, you're only going to his total power, it's only going to add about 112, 115, maybe 120 to that overall power of that character. So those are the secrets of raising your CP, getting it higher. So my best advice to you is raising the skills, but the biggest factor in everything is your artifacts, getting them to that max enhancement rate. Now remember, this is a resource management game, right? So if you don't have the resources, be mindful of what you are raising. Don't raise it. In other words, if you have a perfect piece, right? Say you got a piece and it's got, attack. It's got attack percent. It's got crit damage. It's got defense penetration. And that last stat, say, is healing or defense, right? And you're using it for an attack character. And you enhance it. Say you go to level 10 and 2 times it goes into defense. You're done. Don't go bring it up to level 15. Keep your resources. That item is now burned. It's not going to be as good as it could be because of the RNG hitting that. I mean, if you have the resources, go ahead, because you may now land on one of the attacks. You may land on the crit damage. But is it as good as it could have been? No. And until they put in a system where we could go back and maybe... If they put in that would be really nice. A system where you could take an artifact, right? Say it rolled really bad for you. But you can, say, not salvage it, but salvage the enhancements off of it. And then re-enhance it again. That would be best, just because of the RNG factor and everything. I think if they put that in effect, it would help out so many players. So that's where we are right now, and I hope this guide helps you guys push past your CP problems, get you to where you want to be, raise it faster, and now that you know what you're looking for and what you want to raise. So, again, if you guys are liking what I'm doing here, please go ahead and support me over on the Partner Plus program. You can look me up by Daemonxel. You can pledge some support there. This way I can get you guys some free codes, some Essence Stones, all that good stuff when they issue them out. Also, if you like what I'm doing here, tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, all that good stuff. And until I talk to you again, you guys have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe. And here on this channel, we are always one vision, one purpose, one front. I'll see you guys in the next video.